got in front of you right now and I said, will you marry me? And I had a ring in my hand, what would you say? And I, very quick as day, said, I would say no. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Forever Becoming. And I just want to say thank you to all who have tuned in. Thank you to all who have subscribed. Thank you all to everyone who has commented their feedback. And I just want to say I read the comments and I really appreciate every single comment. Ones that really resonate with me, the comments, people saying that they love my transparency and love that I keep it real. And that's what I'm trying to do. Like, I'm just trying to keep it real. I'm just trying to literally be as transparent, as vulnerable as I can, and just tell my story and in hopes to encourage others to tell their stories. Yeah, I'm just having fun. So let's have fun together. So today we are getting into my engaged era. Yes, I am engaged. I have been engaged for about 4 months now. And yes, it's just been so blissful through the ups, the downs, the goods, the bads, everything that comes with being engaged and having a significant other. I love it and I'm embracing it all. And I'm just happy to be here. Yes, I am engaged, but a lot of you may not know that this is not my first engagement. This is my second engagement. So let's get into that, shall we? Yeah. I just wanted to touch on how things look the second time around. Things look a lot more peaceful, things look a lot more welcoming, more warm, a lot more secure, supportive, certain, like very certain, confident this time around. I am 33. And when I was first engaged, I was about 26. I was a new mom and I was still finding myself. That era back then did not look how it looks now. What makes it so certain, what makes it so confident, and what makes it just like, yes, this is it. Like, this is my person is God. Not only God being present, but me feeling God's presence in this. The first time I was engaged, I was just kind of, I wouldn't say lost, but I was kind of still finding myself. And I'm still finding myself, hence forever becoming. But back then, I just kind of was just, for lack of better words, kind of going through the motions, especially during that time in my life. So I was a new mom. My kids were about one, and me and my son's father had been together for about 3 years. I'm thinking in my head, young 26-year-old with two kids. I'm just like, okay, what's next? And so naturally, I thought, getting married to this person is next. You have children with this person, you guys live together, and naturally, you would think, okay, be married, right? Yeah. So, although it was not the best relationship at the time, I still say yes. And my yes came from I'm supposed to do this. Not do I want to do this or not think about this first, but I think this is the next step. I think this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I didn't really pray on that. I didn't talk to God about it. I didn't do any of those things. I just really was just going through just the motions and just kind of thinking, okay, well, this, the next thing is to be married to this person because we already have kids. I'll never forget, and I can't really remember how many, if it was like days or weeks before my son's father proposed to me, but my cousin and my best friend came over and we were talking and they knew obviously about the proposal. I was just telling them like how I was just not in a good place at all. Like I was not happy. And I was basically saying like, I'm about to leave. Like I'm done with this. I'm not happy. I gotta raise these two kids and I just don't feel like myself. I feel very lost. I feel very alone. So them knowing in the back of their mind, like, oh my gosh, she about to be proposed to soon. And they were telling me this like years later after everything happened. I'll never forget my cousin. She got in front of me and she kneeled like as if She was my son's father at the time. So she was like, so if I said, got in front of you right now and I said, will you marry me? And I had a ring in my hand, what would you say? And I, very quick as day, said, I would say no. And her eyes got so big. No, heck no. Like, my life is already not cool right now. Stepping to a marriage with this person, it's gonna get worse. Fast forward to that day that he proposes. Obviously, I did not say no, I said yes. And why did I say yes? Because I'm thinking this is the next step. Be a family now, to be husband and wife. I am a firm believer in everything happens for a reason. So after that happened, things just got progressively worse. And I made the decision after a lot of time with God, after a lot of tears, after a lot of talking to the close women in my life and venting and just really telling them like I'm not happy. I'm supposed to be happy. I'm thinking that this is supposed to be like a good thing, like I'm supposed to do this, but I feel like crap. Through all of that, I made a decision to end the engagement and end the relationship. When I tell you no regrets, no regrets at all. Because why? Everything happens for a reason. Fast forward to today, it's just a beautiful thing. It's just like every day is not a walk in the park. Every day I just think in my head, like through the good and the bad, I just want to do life with you. Like you are my person, you are my best friend, you are my confidant, you are the one for me. And how I know that is through prayer, my connection with God and my relationship with God. This time around, this second time around looked very different and felt very different because from the moment I ended my first engagement, I went through a lot of just self reflection. I spent a lot of time by myself. I went to therapy for the first time, and I'll never forget. I was in therapy, and I was like, yeah, he did this, and I wasn't cool with that, and I don't know why he did that, and he wasn't this, and he should have did this. And she was like, okay, yeah, okay, but what did you do? I was like, what you mean, what did I do? When I tell you this therapist broke me down into pieces and just really caused me to just look at myself in the mirror, I was just like, I went through a period where I was very disgusted with myself.